Question 1. Can Visual Composer applications be migrated to Design Studios? Answer: no, as Design Studio is the premium alternative to Word/Celsius and VC is different technology. Question 2. Does Design Studio support hierarchy? Answer: yes, Design Studio supports all OLED features that BW provides, time-dependent hierarchy, attributes, etc. Question 3. What are the differences between personal, shared and secured connections? Answer: a personal connection is created by one user and cannot be used by other users. The connection details are stored in DNAC LSI file. A shared connection can be used by other users through a shared server. The connection details are stored in DNAC LSI file in the Business Objects installation folder. However, one cannot set rights and securities on objects in a shared connection. Neither can a universe to export it to repository using a shared connection. A secured connection overcomes these limitations. Through it, rights can be set on objects and documents. Universes can be exported to the central repository only through a secured connection. The connection parameters in this case are saved in the CMS. Question 4. What is a fan trap? How can it be solved? Answer: in a universe structure, we may have three tables joined in such a way that the first table has a one-to-many join with the second table, which in turn has a one-to-many join with the third table. In such a scenario, if a measure is present in the second table and it is dragged along with any dimension from the third table, the value of the measure will be inflated. Such a condition is known as a fan trap. A fan trap is solved by creating an alias of the second table and defining contexts such that the normal table is joined only with the first table, while the alias is joined with both the first and the third table. We would take second table's measure only from the normal table and other dimensions of the second table from the alias table. Question 5. Should we encounter fan traps in a data warehouse scenario? If so, then how? Answer: if a data warehouse is based on the Kimball model, it is a dimensional schema in a universe built on that DW. For a fan trap to occur in such a schema, we require direct join between two fact tables, which is against the principles of dimensional modeling. On the other hand, in a data warehouse based on Inman model, it is a normalized schema, though in such a case, universes are generally designed on data marts, which are dimensional schemas where fan traps should not occur. However, if a universe is built on the DW for the purpose of operational reporting, then a fan trap can occur in that universe. Question 6. What are the two different approaches of implementing aggregate awareness? Which one is better in terms of performance? Answer: the two approaches are as follows. Aggregate tables are built in the database, which contains the dimension fields, not foreign keys, along with the aggregated measures. In the universe, they are present as standalone tables, i.e. they are not joined with any dimensions. Aggregate aware function is used to define both the dimensions and measures of such tables. No aggregate tables are built in the database level. They contain the normal fact table at different granularities. In the universe, aggregate aware is used only to define the measures, and aggregate incompatibility is set accordingly. The first approach is better in terms of performance, since for the higher levels of aggregation, all the information is obtained for a single table. However, a large-scale implementation of this approach in a dimensional schema is difficult in most PI projects. The second approach is preferred. Question 7. What the technology Design Studio use, which is different with Dashboard? Answer: these is HTML5 based and Dashboard has provided HTML5 version. Answered before, will become one tool in long time. These is optimized for BW and HANA and will offer support for universes. Question 8. How is a derived table different from a view? Which one is a preferred solution? Answer: a derived table is present only in the universe level, while a view is created in database level. Generally, views are preferred since, in its case, the onus of calculation remains on the database and it does not load the BO server. However, in cases where developers do not have access to database, derived table is the only solution. Question 9. What is a condition object? How is it different from query filter? Answer: a condition object is a filter condition created in the universe level. When this object is dragged in the query panel, the filter condition appears in the query SQL. However, a query filter exists in the report only. It is added during building a query. This also appears in the query SQL. Question 10. What are the added features of interactive mode in Web Intelligence over the normal Java report panel? What are its uses? Answer. When Web Intelligence is in interactive mode, one can create variables, input controls, add report filters, tables and charts in the view mode itself. This is not possible in the normal Java report panel. The advantage of interactive mode is for power users who want to do further manipulations on an existing report, since it does not allow user to modify queries or existing variables in the report but allows doing the above mentioned activities on top of the report. It provides a very good means for analysis by the power users without changing the core report in any way. Question 11. What is the difference between input and output calculation contexts in a WebI report? Answer. Input context consists of any dimension objects that need to be included directly in the calculation itself. Output context consists of one or more dimension objects that determine the aggregation level at which the calculation is displayed. Question 12. Which selector gives the option of multiple selections in Celsius dashboard? How do we make the multiple selections? Answer. Only List Builder gives the option of multiple selections in Celsius. We select multiple rows from the input list and add them to the output list using Add button. The output list gives the selection parameter. Question 13. Which Celsius components can we use for linking multiple dashboard flash outputs? Can the same components be used for a complete presentation? Answer. We can use SWF Loader as well as slideshow components for linking multiple dashboards. SWF Loader can open SWF files only, while slideshow can open both SWF files and image files. For presentation purposes, we often need text and images. Hence, these are embedded in image files are added to a slideshow along with dashboard outputs. Moreover, SWF Loader can only open SWF through push button or selector components, whereas slideshow has a feature of automatic slide transition, which loads the image and SWF files in the specified sequence. Hence, slideshow is the only feasible option for a complete presentation. Question 14. What is the use of the Scope of Analysis pane in the Query tab of WebI report? Answer. It has two uses. The Scope of Analysis pane sets the limit of drill down in the report. Suppose we have a hierarchy defined in 3 levels, but if we set the Scope of Analysis is set to 2 levels, the report will not be able to drill down to the 3rd level. We can also remove objects showing in the Scope of Analysis pane and limit the drill down. If the analysis level is set to custom, the objects from existing hierarchies can be dragged in the Scope of Analysis panel to set the scope for drill down in the report. This has an advantage that we can drill down to more than 3 levels, which is not possible in the normal level setting, since it is up to 3 only. Question 15. When should we use a query filter and when a report filter? Answer. The choice of query or report filter has to take in consideration the performance of the report. Suppose we have a report where multiple tabs are having different objects requiring same or different filter conditions. It is advisable to use a query filter. In case where there are multiple tabs having same objects but with slightly differing filter conditions, it is advisable to fetch the whole data in the query and then apply report filters to the various tabs to get the desired data instead of using separate queries for each tab.